Hello everybody, TJ from Greywall here. Today I thought I'd give you an interesting little insight in some of my past. Let me just turn the camera around and show you what we're going to have a look at today. Here we go. Can you see this tub here? Let me just open up to widescreen. There we go. In this tub, which I've not seen in about 10 or 15 years, been sat in a storage area, and I got it out this weekend when I went up to see a friend that I've not seen in a while. In this tub, right, is effectively all of my sort of early computing past, from when I built calculator kits, and then went into very early personal computers, long before the PC was made. We're talking about 50 years plus ago. So I thought what I'd do is I'd get everything out of here now, and we can have a laugh, and I'll show you everything that I've got in here, and let's see if some of it actually works. Should be amusing. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so I've now set up a tripod table here, so I'm going to take the lid off first. Just move a few bits out the way. I thought what I can do is I can rest everything on there so you'll see. So let's have a look and see what we've got in here. I've got all sorts of stuff. Let's look at calculators first. Oh gosh, yeah, here's an interesting one. I don't know if you can see this. This is a 1972, I think, Novak. Really early. Let me get them all out first, and then we'll have a play. Casio there. Just have a look to see. I don't know if you can see. You can see. Okay. Got a couple of Sinclairs in here. It's rather interesting, including a Cambridge there. Let's have a look. I don't know whether these still work, so we will check that out too. Don't we? Can you see that there? Pull it out of its cover. Very early Sinclair Cambridge. I built this from a kit, and I'll show you some of the adverts and things that I've got for this sort of stuff. Let's have a look. Anything else I've got in here? Oh, that's quite interesting. This is a Texas Instruments. It's a TI 59. This is programmable. In fact, it was one of the first programmable machines you could get. So we'll have a look at that as well later. Let me put that in there. All right. Okay. These are actually some of the programming cards. You feed a card through the side. I'll show you that later. There's even a chip there as well. So I've got several of these. So we'll set that with those. Pick up the junk on the floor. There's a Casio there. That's quite interesting. And that took me through my degree, to be quite honest, at university. So what else have I got in here? No, it's not that. Not that. And somewhere in here. No, it's not in there. We've even got, look, some other. This is interesting too. Look at this. Look, this is about the TI-59. I think this was either the original specs card. It is, so yeah, and it's fully programmable, so shove that over there. There's still a couple of things in here I'm not showing. See what's in here. I did have. There we go. Now this is a really interesting one. This is a Bowmar. Let me just get that angle. There you go. This is a very early Bowmar. Bowmar were the first company to produce a digital calculator in about 1968, 69, somewhere around about then. This is one of them. So it's very early on this. So let me put that down as well. Anything else? I think that's about it, isn't it? Cartridges. Okay. Now, I have got all sorts. Let me just check through this. Hang on a moment. I've got some very early adverts, some of which are for. There we go. That's one there. I'm just trying to dig them out in the background. Here we go. So, I don't know if you can see. It's an advert, but it's actually what I bought. I bought a Cambridge in kit form like this here. You can just see it there. And that ended up being this machine that's in here. I also bought later, because Sinclair were the first to bring out this, the scientific kit for £20. And this would be about, when was this? 1974. There you go. That's right. And that's what I bought. And that's this one. All right. And we'll have to see if we can get some batteries in here and see if they work. I thought that could be quite interesting. So let me lie that down over there. So this is my history. Effectively, when I got into digital calculator, I picked up the Bowmore second hand in about 1972-ish, 72, 73. It was a few years old by then. And I also managed to get hold of the Novak, this one, which is Japanese, obviously. The Bowmore's American. Some of these are quite funny. The trouble is, if you wanted to do a calculation, the display would darken and it would think about it for a few seconds because the chipset and transistor type logic was so primitive. So let's see if we can get one of these going. It might be worth a laugh, hey? Let me just pause it there and I'll go get some batteries and we'll have a look. Okay, I've managed to put a rechargeable battery within the Novak. Should we see if it switches on? Are you ready? Let me get right up close and see if we can get... Oh, it's working. How about that? Well, that's amazing. So let's have a look and see if I can actually get it to do something. I bet we do. Yeah, the display's all there. If I do pi, well, let's see if I can do pi. No, I had to think about it. Look, how about that? Did you see it? Think about it then. Cancel that. And we'll do another one. Times 95. Yeah, that thought about it okay, didn't it? That wasn't too bad. So, pi. Yeah, you saw it. Did you see? Think about it. I'm trying to think. I mean, some of you will have to think about what do you think would be the most. You know, oh, hang on, that's right. Times 52%. Oh no, it did it straight away. Oh no, that must have been fairly simple. Hang on a minute. So this is a bit. There, it's thinking about it quite quick. You can see it's really early LED, and I think, as I recall, around about sort of late 60s, early 70s, the only real LED manufacturer at the time was Texas Instruments. And Texas themselves decided to get into the market about this time as well. Okay, let me turn that off. So in terms of, for me, yeah, the Bowmore was the first, then I got the Novak, and then I bought the little Cambridge, which I built as a kit. Yeah, and that got me through my O-level. It was about 1975, I think, when the Joint Matriculation Board in the UK allowed calculators to be used for the first time during exams. And the scientific, it was special because we were using logarithmic tables back then, and the scientific meant I could do cosines, sine and tangents, right, and actually get rid of logarithmic tables. The calculator did it all and it was allowed. And I used that for getting on towards my A-levels, and then I moved into the Casio here, the FX29. Now, have I got... Let me see if I've got some batteries for that. You hang on a moment. Okay, folks. One thing I've managed to do, I've managed to get some batteries for this, and I've actually managed to make it work. Now, what's really interesting about this kit is that it's a very early Sinclair Cambridge kit in the first 250, and they had a ROM bug in them. They didn't, the very early ones, I mean, this works, look, I'll do you can see the display. Okay, clear that, let me just. However, if you put in a number, any number, and divide it by 0, rather than saying E or error, okay, let's have a look, it sits counting to infinity. Can you see that? And that's because this is a very, very early kit that I got and did up. So I just put some batteries in and cleaned the contacts, and it's working. It's working just fine. How about that? The display's good too. So I thought you'd enjoy that as well. Okay. Now what I have done, this is actually and tell this is the Sinclair Scientific inside its cover. I've managed to put some batteries in it. All right, and shall we see if we can actually get it to do something? Okay, it's working. Now this did exponentials, but it also did things like arctan, sine, arctangent, arcsine. So I'm going to try and do something. Let's just put a number in. All right, and then press down, and then see what happens. Now it's calculating, so it's having a really good think about it. And just shows you, there you go, it's finally come up with the answer for that. Have you noticed how long it's taking? It's absolutely staggering, because obviously the algorithms that were being used at the time, along with the processing power that was available, was very poor. Let's try something else like, oh no, that did it quite quick. That was a log. Let's cancel that. They are thinking about it. Gosh, it's taking some time, isn't it? Imagine having to live with this all those years ago, but it was quicker than looking up in a set of log tables, to be honest. But I thought you'd like to see that as well. It's working absolutely fine. Yeah, the Sinclair Scientific, after, what, 50 years? Over 50 years, 52 years, something like that. Okay. Oh, it chews through batteries, by the way, while it's doing this as well. All right, thanks very much. Okay, so this is the FX29. And as if I recall, let's see if it works. I'll just put 2 batteries in, so we'll see. Oh, let me aim it correctly. Yes, it's working. Now, what's really interesting is, and I don't know how difficult it is to get up to. I don't know whether this will keep zooming in. I don't think it will, no. This is using a plasma display. It's not LED. And if you get right up close, especially when you can actually see the gas flaring off the, you know, the sort of plasma, say, off the tube that this is sat in. It's very interesting on this, but it's still working. And this did everything, but it also did fractions as well, which is very interesting to say the least. I'm surprised this still works, if you want to know the truth. I suppose I should give you an idea of the age of some of this stuff. I'm trying to think. Well, I know that that's 72. Right? I know the Novak's 72. So that's this device is, that's 53 years old, and I think this is about the same. The Bowmar is also about 52, 53 years old. How about that? Now there's a sticker on here, and it's faded now. But when I had a look, it was a JPL. It was a Jet Propulsion Laboratory asset sticker that was on it. So how the hell it ended up over here in the UK, I don't know. But these things happen, don't they? Now from there, I also went on to this. This is what's on it, and this still works. This is absolutely perfect, as I recall. This is 40 odd years old. Look at it, there you go. And it works fine. It does everything you could possibly want. You know, calculated, in my opinion, peaked at about that. Other than this one, I got this at university. This was very expensive in its day. It takes cards through the side. It reads the cards in here. Yeah, there's like you turn it on and it'll read a program in, load it, and then you can run a program. And you can write software. So this is the first thing I ever wrote software on. This is probably around about 1978, 79, something like that for this. It's heavy, but the battery worn out on this. I need to take it apart and put some new batteries in it. I need to rebuild the battery pack properly and charge it up. But I'm pretty sure it'll work because it's well made. And I actually have in here, you can see you get a chip here to put in, but this is the leisure library. So on here, it actually says what's in here. So you get, what's that? Bowling scorekeeper, bridge scorer, blackjack, sea battle down here. And these are all games, effectively. So, you know, you're talking about, you know, about as early as it gets in terms of games. So I thought you'd enjoy all of that, just for the fun of it. Okay, everyone, many thanks for watching. This is part 1, so this is all about the calculators at the moment. I'm going to do a second video, probably straight afterwards now, about all of the computers they got in here, and that should prove even more interesting. So hope to see you in that too. All right, thanks very much for watching. Like and subscribe.